Now he'll pull up a three on the way by Matt. That one is good. You had to wait. Flips it to Dukes. Khalil in the corner. Khalif. His three right wing. Good. Khalif Tate now with 7 back-to-back triples, and it's a 4-point game just like that. Miss Todd Callan, Nick Lozanowski back in our Amherst studios. A three on the way by Prochet is good. His second triple here in the second half. Down by Larkin. Outlet to Matt Scott. Niagara looking to run. Army recovers, so a half-court look here by the purple and white. Here's Matt to the basket. Finger roll, yes! A little up and under move there by Matt Scott. He has 20. Handoff Towns. Here's James around the hedge. Whip pass down low. Great King slams it through on the reverse dunk. Between the legs. Now back to Matt. 5 to shoot. Dom out to set the screen. Here's Matt in the corner. Towns a 3 for the lead. Yes! It came down from the heavens. He's going to pull up 3 from the top of the key. Good! James Towns is at it again from downtown. It's Matt. Now to Dom. Down low floater. Good! And the foul! Put it on the board. Dominic Robb with 4 and 1. Final horn, and this one is over. Boy, the Purple Eagles slugged it out here with the Black Knights of Army West Point. And Niagara wins it by the final score of 77-71.
Well, I thought really good second half by us. You know, that's a tough team, West Point is. There's a reason they came in here 3-1. They're very physical. They play extremely hard. And I thought after the first probably 6 or 7 minutes, we did a pretty good job of adjusting to that. Defensively in the second half, we're much better. Held them to 36% from the floor and 30% from 3, which was something that we thought was important in this game because they shoot the ball extremely well. You could see that on a couple of the open looks that they did get. But I thought we did a good job of limiting the looks. We got some good stuff from a lot of guys. I mean, Marvin was unbelievable on the glass with 15 rebounds. He made some big threes. Matt does what he always does. You know, he just goes after it to win the game. 6 assists. You know, at 25 points, we had 6 assists to go with it. James Towns, you know, hit some big shots. Did a really good job of picking up the slack. Khalil had a little bit of a down night tonight, which is uncharacteristic of him. And I thought James did a good job of picking it up for us. And Khalif, you know, freshman starting, got us 11 points and 5 rebounds. And I thought did a pretty good job defensively. And then other guys came in the game and did some good things. Great King, Dom, Greg Pucamensa, you know, so some things from everybody. Good team win.
You guys, the second half defense, is that the best you've seen your team play defensively this year?
Yes.
For an extended stretch?
Yes.
What was it in your eyes? Just a commitment to, you know, blocking the post better, or did you change anything, or was it just making plays?
Well, they're committed all the time to playing defense. There's no non-committal on their part. You know, we got to keep working to get better as players, and I got to keep working to coach it better, you know, and get us better at it. But there was no change to what we did. We just kind of turned it up a little bit. I think we settled in a little bit to more of what they were doing and what they were trying to do offensively.
Yeah. Marv, you were, you know, some big guys on that team. I think they had a couple guys who had a size advantage on just about all you guys. Can you speak to that, the second half difference?
You know, in the first half, we didn't really have no defensive intensity. So in the locker room, you know, we was talking about it, and we just said, like, we got to pick it up. If we want to win this game, we got to pick it up on a defensive level. So the intensity picked up, and everybody did what they needed to do on the defensive assignment.
Did that get the offense going?
Yeah.
Is that what you felt? Because it seemed like things got a little
once
looser offensively.
Yeah, once we started getting stops, we was out in transition, and then in the second half, I think we moved the ball better, and that got us good shots, and we got to the free throw line, so that just was the game right there.
Khalil and Chris, was he supposed to play today, or how's his foot, I guess?
We're working on an injury with him. He's day to day.
Okay, is Khalil all right? Derek kind of mentioned that he was getting some treatment, or is that just everyday stuff?
Yeah, he's always works on his body. He does a good job of taking care of himself, so there's nothing there.
Coach, it seemed there were times in the first where, you know, you're getting a lot of opportunities, but the percentage wasn't always there, and it seemed like Matt really turned into the focal point there. What do you think of his ability to kind of keep you in the game as things were kind of struggling at points in the first.
Well, he's really good at it, and that's why we tried to go his way. And it's not just the points. You put the ball in his hands, and you look at some of the other things on the line. He had 6 assists. I think he had 6 or 7 6 offensive rebounds. So those are plays that help you win the game. And he was playing well. He was hot, so we put the ball in his hands, and he did some good things. But it was other guys too. Like I said, Marv made a couple big threes. James made a couple big threes. We got some good things from everybody. But yes, we tried to play through him down the stretch and let him go make plays for himself or for others, which he's good at both.
Did you like the aggressiveness he showed? He was getting to the line quite often.
Well, I always like that. He does that every game. So I'm not surprised by it. Our whole team does that. I mean, we sometimes we rush shots a little bit. So we have to learn to temper that a little bit when there's 5 back against the set defense, and we're learning that. We're getting better at it. But we shot 30 free throws, and that's a lot. If you look at us statistically, we get to the foul line, and I think that's a result of aggressiveness on the offensive end.
Matt, I think this is 5 straight 20-point outings for you now. And obviously, if you look at just the statistics for you this year, it's taken a jump from last season. What do you think that has caused that? Is there anything you think you've improved on?
It's not really. I improved my game, but it's just getting in the gym and working extra. And the guys around me are really talented, so they can't really just focus on me. Like, it's a lot of guys they got to worry about. So if I get in the lane, like Coach said, if I can't score, it's easy for me to pass the ball to somebody that's open because I do draw a lot of defense. Or if I see a lane, I just take a layup or a wide open jump shot.
You mentioned just the talent around you. I mean, you got almost 5 players who are almost at 10 points. I mean, today seems like maybe the perfect example of what that can do to create some space for you, right?
Right, and once we get it going, and it's hard to stop us. So, and when times is not good, we got to get better. But I think that where we at right now, I think we able to get teams out of runs and create baskets some way somehow. Like we get to the line a lot, so I think that we'll be pretty good.